Hello, thanks for tagging along on this little outing to Istanbul. My husband and I set out in the morning to avoid the Istanbul traffic, but of course we had to stop and get some simit for breakfast on the way there. Istanbul is a massive city and traffic can be a complete mess, but with an early morning start, the roads were relatively calm on this day. Of course, I still play the role of passenger for now. I'm not quite brave enough to handle the sometimes jungle-like Turkish driving, but hopefully one day I'll work up the courage to get my Turkish driver's license. The Bosphorus Strait splits Istanbul into the Western European side and the Eastern Asian or Anatolian side. There are 3 main bridges to cross the strait as well as an undersea tunnel, but ferry taxis are also a really common way to cross. On this morning, we stuck to the Anatolian side and drove along the waterfront, which is sprinkled with hidden high-end homes, but when there's an opening, the view is really lovely. You'll often see anglers attempting to catch some small fish, and this area seemed quite popular with the locals for casting their lines. My husband took me on a surprise adventure, so I didn't know where we were going until we arrived. We ended up at the Beykoz Glass and Crystal Museum, which is part of the Turkish Directorate of National Palaces. This little museum is nestled into a tiny valley of about 90 acres, and it's surrounded by trees and gardens. Like I said, Istanbul is a huge city. There's about 16 million inhabitants, and as much fun and excitement as that offers, it can sometimes be a little overwhelming to the senses. But these grounds were an unexpected escape from the chaos that city life can be. Tickets for entry were reasonably priced at 90 Turkish lira, or a bit under $5 for foreigners, and were about 40 Turkish lira, or about $2 for Turks. During Ottoman times, the Beykoz Imperial Glass and Crystal Factory was located in this particular neighborhood, giving its name to the museum. The building used to be a stable and was actually built in the 19th century, but it's been more recently restored. Unfortunately, the museum didn't allow for photos or videos inside, but it was gorgeous. There were glass artifacts ranging from plates and vases to a seemingly large selection of rosewater bottles. The oldest treasure I personally spotted was an oil lamp from the 13th century. An audio guide in English and Turkish were also available, which I found really helpful. This little museum was easy to navigate, clean, and architecturally impressive. It also helped that there were maybe 5 other people in there at the same time as us. I'd highly recommend this unassuming museum, even if it's just for the pleasant experience. At the end, there was a quaint gift shop, as well as a cafe with all sorts of pastries, and lots of seating both inside as well as on their patio, which seemed to be quite popular. We also popped into their kids' workshop, but I think that's a bit deceiving of a name. Here, a glassmaker was showing how he crafts various art pieces from glass. It was mesmerizing watching him work. Here he was making a bee, and the amount of detail that went into it was so impressive. Glassmaking is such a delicate art and was such a powerful element, but he was able to make the thinnest of insect legs and even the most wispy of antennae. His works displayed were all for sale, and they were reasonably priced. They were even allowing small kids to come up and take their turn with glassmaking. They were helping this little girl to make her own glass bracelet. I kind of wanted one for myself. I could have stayed here all day and watched all of the art come to life. As time passed, more people started to enter, but it was still very quiet and enjoyable all over. The gardens are perfect for a stroll after leaving the museum. The grounds are well maintained, and we noticed a large staff earlier in the day diligently working on the flower beds. The Ottoman Pasha, whose land now houses this glass museum, brought in plants and flowers that were not native to the empire at the time, and there are 117 tree species on just this small area of land. But in my opinion, what's even more enjoyable are these adorable little rabbits hopping all over the estate. They are very used to humans and let you get within just a couple of feet of them. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this little video. I'll leave a link in my description to the museum's website for more information. I hope you get a chance to visit this little slice of serenity if you're ever in Istanbul. I have more Istanbul videos coming in the future, so please subscribe to my channel to keep up to date. Thanks so much. Bye!